regardless of what you were in, you always felt like you had a chance to win. And that's what Matt Ryan is doing right now. He's leading his team.
Tossing it to the end zone. I'm going to say touchback, so that's an interception.
That N'Keal Harry will be able to break this one tackle because it was man coverage and a lot of space if he had made him miss.
Picking up the pace are the Patriots. Whoa, baby! It is pulled in there by Dunbar.
Here is Elliott. Did he get out? No signal yet. Prescott throws. Pass is picked. Intercepted. That's Griffin. Stepped in front of Cooper. And the turnover complements the pressure by Jarran Reed.
Very happy about how open his wide receivers are here in the first half.
Here's a ball knocked out of the hand of Prescott and into the arms of the Seahawks.
To give Flowers and Griffin help.
Prescott is able to stay up to the end zone. It is picked.
Jakeem Grant came in the game and goes in motion and going downfield, and the pass is going to be intercepted, picked off by Ryan Neal. First down and an interception. Shaquille Griffin. And Griffin with a big interception here. Last week picked one off late in the second quarter that led to a Seattle touchdown, and he makes a big one here.
Third and 17. That is a incomplete. It was tipped and incomplete, so the rest of this means nothing. And so here is Cook back in the game. Fake to him. Cousins throws, and that's going to be picked off. KJ Wright inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. And tomorrow the race postponed earlier today due to rain in Texas resumes at 10 Eastern on NBCSN as the pass is picked off at the 45-yard line by Quandre Diggs. So back-to-back interceptions, one by Peterson on Wilson, and this one Murray throws it to Diggs.
Garoppolo, well protected, and intercepted at the 12. It's a Seahawk takeaway, and down to the 14. Interception thrown.
That they run routes, and now you got Van Jefferson doing a heck of a job.
Here's pressure off the edge by Adams, and he knocked it out.
Need 4 from the 15. Wentz throwing, and there's the interception.
Blitz coming. McCoy for Ingram. Deflected. Intercepted by Quandre Diggs. There goes Quandre Diggs still on his feet. Into Giants territory. Pressure coming. And it's blocked. Into the end zone. And Penny Hart is on top of it for the touchdown.
Haskins 9 of 13. 5 of his 9 completions have gone to Thomas. Second down and 8. Haskins moving to his right. Now he throws. It is deflected, and then a diving interception is made by Shaquille Griffin. Today for this Washington offense. 30-yard connection. Off the fake to Barber. Haskins with time. Fires downfield, and it is picked off by DJ Reed. Second interception for Seattle today. And he brings it all the way out to the 41-yard line. Second pick of the season for Reed.
Now they fake it to Henderson, and Goff out to his right is going to float it and intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Diggs on the return is brought down by Corbett.
They're playing hard. They're playing good football. Second and 10. Beathard hit. Ball comes loose.
2nd down and 8. Tannehill lost the football. The Seahawks jump on it. 4-man Seattle rush. Oh, it's intercepted. Diggs is there. His first pick of the season. What a read by Quandre Diggs.
2nd and goal. Stafford throws it, and it's picked by Diggs. Was he in? And he was.
Lawrence dancing and now throwing deep, and it is intercepted. Picked off inside the 20-yard line. Quandre Diggs, his 3rd pick of the season.
And then 3rd and 6. Slipping out of the tackle and launching it, end zone, and he's picked up in the end zone by Jamal Adams. Wow.
Empty backfield, 3rd down and 3. Pass is picked off. It was intended for A.J. Green, and it's Sidney Jones down the sideline.
Their strong side. They'll see if they watch them do that again. Heineke throws, lofts one, middle of the field. Wanted Thomas popped up into the air, and it's Jamal Adams.
Garoppolo at his own 23 with the 1st and 10. And it's intercepted by Bobby Wagner. 12 for 12. 1st down and 10. And downfield, intercepted on the play and picked up by Diggs. Here he goes to the sideline, another turnover.
3-0 Rams are opening drive on a field goal, and now Stafford stepping up and firing, and it's intercepted. Taken away at the 5-yard line by Quandre Diggs. All the way back up across the 30 for Seattle.
Boyle. And hit as he throws incomplete. They brought pressure, Ryan Neal. And they're going to call this a fumble. And Seattle has it. And a quarterback for Jared Goff today. And he fumbles it, picks it up, slings it, and intercepted. Wow. Just like that, DJ Reed. Not necessarily. Does that mean they're listening to offers? Absolutely. And intercepted. Wow. And loose. Picked up. In Detroit. And another interception. Wow. DJ Reed just plucks it out of the air. Tim Boyle.
Already 4 catches. They wanted to get the ball to him today. They have. As Mariota will look and throw, and that's picked off. A takeaway. That's Tariq Woolen. But the half. The blitz is on. Mariota loses the football. It's ruled a fumble on the field, but looks like they got it back. And thank you, Jen, and the Pete Carroll conversation. It was finished and physical. The defense has been physical as Goff has been sharp, but this is intercepted by Tariq Woolen, and he's going to take it back inside for a Seahawk touchdown.
Played with Roger, 3-time Super Bowl champ. Firing to the outside, and that ball is picked off. It is Tariq Woolen.
Down the sideline, and it's a takeaway. Tariq Woolen. His 4th interception of the season. They're ruling it a catch and bounds. Marquise Brown is still down.
3rd down and 7. Herbert over the middle. It's intercepted. Ryan Neal with the pick. And Neal twisted down at the Charger 43. 3rd and 10 at the 49. 4-man rush. Herbert has the ball ripped out of his hands in a strip. Taken away by Darrell Taylor. And Taylor all the way down to the 20-yard line.
Wow. What a huge play.
Here's Fournette to Brady in a direct snap. Fournette, he is going to throw it to Brady. Oh, and Brady slips and he's picked up by Tariq Woolen. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Oh, boy.
They had to just put this in. The Bucs were moving, and a flag comes out at the end of the play. One of the most meaningful snaps of the game. Period. 6.5 to go. Brady picked off. Picked off by Cody Barton. What a huge interception.
Lumen Field. They let you know they're here. Play fake. Over the middle.
Oh!
Intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Diggs out of bounds at about the 15-yard line, and just like that, the Seahawks grab the momentum. This is a 2nd and 8. Fake that time to Jacobs, and the pass is intercepted once again. Quandre Diggs, and Diggs returns it, and the Seattle Seahawks going back on offense.
Atwell in motion, fakes the toss, another bootleg. Now Wolford set up, hit as he throws, in trouble, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen, pick number 6 for the rookie from Texas San Antonio. 4th down and 21, last chance for the Rams. Wolford steps up, over the middle, intercepted. Cody Barton with the pick, and Seattle will snap the 2-game skid and knock off the Los Angeles Rams, keeping their playoff hopes very much alive.
This is
White throws and intercepted at the 10-yard line. Quandre Diggs. White winds up and he's hit from behind. The ball is out. It's ruled a fumble. Nwosu came up with it. Darrell Taylor paused the fumble, and that should bring an end to the first half. Who's carrying which game? A lot of meaningful games for playoff discussion. That throw is intercepted. It's the 2nd pick of the game, and Michael Jackson has this one. Ball's out. Seahawks got it back. Tariq Woolen was there to recover the Michael Jackson fumble on the return.
Washington's leading Dallas 26-6. File that away for later in the OT. 2nd down. Mayfield going deep. He's got Van Jefferson open, and it's intercepted. Quandre Diggs out of nowhere with his 4th pick of the year.
We know he got carted off, and it's just next man up.
Pressure coming again. Goff hit as he throws, and it's intercepted. There's Trey Brown open to the end zone, and he's going to score.
The formula has been for Daniel Jones, and even on that last play.
Blitz off the edge. Nwosu couldn't get there, and the ball's out. Picked up by Brooks. Seattle's ball out of bounds inside the 10. Mario Edwards forced it. This one's picked. Back the other way, Witherspoon. Devin Witherspoon cuts back. What a night for the rookie. You think they love him in Seattle? How about 6 points? Touchdown Witherspoon, no flags. Jones, another pick. Quandre Diggs. Jones was hesitant, let it go, and Diggs takes it down near the Giants' 45.
2nd and 5. Burrow, timing route. Intercepted. Chased the intended receiver, and Trey Brown in front of him for the pick.
Seattle bringing extra pressure, and Walker gets hit. The ball is out, and the Seahawks have it. Boye Mafe has it. Plays like this, 3rd and 2. Walker out of the reach of his receiver, Njoku, and Tariq Woolen, Reek, as he's known, was trying to get in there for the pick. Pressure coming from Adams, and that's batted, and it is picked off! Julian Love, the interception at the biggest moment, and finally Jamal Adams, when they needed it most, comes up with the deflection to set it up.
Illinois High School Football Hall of Fame. As that ball is stripped out of the hands of Lamar, Mafe was there to strip it. And I don't think the arm was going forward. That's a fumble and a recovery by Seattle. Timed perfectly.
121 yards and penalties for Seattle today. They hand it off to Atwell. He flips it back to Stafford. Can he get a pass off down the field? And it is intercepted by Tariq Woolen. And Stafford is down behind the play.
Seahawks need a big defensive play now.
Purdy, pocket constrained, it's a deflection, it's an interception, it's a big play, it's a Jordan Brooks touchdown.
That'll do.
Four-man rush. Purdy pumps, throws. Ayuk, it's intercepted. Love has got it off the deflection. Gets up. And then McCaffrey's going to slam him down.
Remember, the Seahawks are without Devin Witherspoon, their terrific rookie corner. And Jamal Adams aired out. Quez Watkins, contact, and a pick. Intercepted by Seattle and Julian Love. They put a second back on the clock. 13 ticks left. They're going for it all with A.J. Brown. Catch is made by Seattle for the interception. Julian Love again.
Preseason missed all the camp with that hamstring injury, getting his first live snaps in this defense. Nix off his back foot towards the end zone, and it is picked. Julian Love with a snatch for Seattle. Denver playing with all 3 timeouts. 5:35 left. They're down 13. Nix.
Oh, no.
Has all day, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Woolen.
You said I'd be exhausted.
I'd be exhausted, yeah.
3rd down and 9. Cousins looking, hit. Ball comes loose. Seahawks recover. And it's taken all the way back into the end zone by Hall. Mafe with the initial hit. Hall scooped it up. 1st and 10. Cousins intercepted. It was intended for London, and it is picked off by Julian Love. Now the question is, was Love down?
I think Love was down.
He told us, I grew up in the Michael Vick era, watching the Falcons.
Said he loved that era.
Pass is picked off. Kobe Bryant. 3 consecutive possessions for the Falcons, and with a turnover.
Allen zips one far side, and it's intercepted by Seattle. It is Josh Jobe. Room to roll. Jobe racing inside the 10, and he's down at the 5.
He said they're intense but classy, and he specifically mentioned sideman. Stafford going deep. Intercepted. Picked off by Tariq Woolen. And now Nakua involved. There's a flag thrown. Some extracurricular activity between Nakua and Tyrell Dodson.
Got a touchdown using them. 7 for 7. Couple of those completions like that, using the legs to buy time. On 2nd and 5. Clean pocket. Tipped in the air and
intercepted. Jonathan Hankins, 12-year veteran, has that one fall down into his hands and brings a big smile to a guy who's done just about everything.
Oh, Murray keeps it. Murray being chased by Witherspoon. Floats for Wilson. Off target to Kobe Bryant. And there goes Kobe Bryant. With a house call for Seattle. And a Marshawn Lynch homage. Seahawks load the line and bring pressure. Rodgers has it picked off by Leonard Williams. Just the second interception of the Big Cat's career. And is he going to take it to the house? His old house. He sure is. A pick six. And he flips the game on a huge play.
Murray zips it. Intercepted. It's picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Seahawks come away with the turnover. Connor told us the first game didn't sit well with him. The loss and the fact that he didn't impact the game in the way that he's supposed to. Murray, intercepted by Bryant.
So he's making plays. Let's see what he does here.
Got to get 10 or it's good night, Irene. Throws it up in the air, and it is intercepted by Tariq Woolen. Didn't matter, interception, incompletion. It was all going to be the same.
Offensive plays for the Rams. He has done a very nice job attacking the Seattle Seahawks defense.
Brother of Matt, the Packers head coach. Garoppolo's pass picked off by Julian Love.
He's able to generate explosive plays on the ground so often.
Longest today is 9. Purdy over the middle gets picked off by Ernest Jones. Jones to his feet to the 29. Guy that came over and helped turn this defense around last year. Back on a new contract. Picks off Purdy to end their first drive of the second half. Robinson in for McCaffrey. He swings out. Purdy looking long. Lets it rip. Tight coverage. Intercepted. It's Josh Jobe. Jobe to his feet to midfield. Second interception for the Seahawks defense.
That's the same motion as the touchdown pass.
Rodgers to his left on the move. Corner of the end zone. And it's picked off by Darion Kendrick. Seahawks have the Saints at home next week. Rodgers downfield looking for Austin. Picked up by Kobe Bryant. Number 8 picks off number 8. And down across the 45-yard line.
Rattler pressure coming. Gets away from Hall. Trying to direct traffic. Takes a shot. Throws. Picked off by Kendrick. Darion Kendrick with his second interception of the season.
2nd and 10. Rush 4. Hangs in there. Fires over the middle. It's picked at the 32-yard line. Kobe Bryant brings it back to midfield, and the ball is loose. And as they unpile, Murray throws, juggled and intercepted. Harrison couldn't hold on, and they got Ernest Jones with the pick and the run back into Arizona territory.
Stroud has to avoid pressure, steps up, delivers, inaccurate, intercepted. The pressure forced it. Jones barreling down to the 15-yard line. Exactly what they could not afford the first turnover tonight.
In the first 17 minutes of this one. 3rd and 17. Blitz coming. Daniels stays in and puts it up for grabs on the sideline. Did he get the second foot down? Yes, he did. Okada comes up with the interception. Dirty is the coordinator. Good move by Daniels to get away from the first hit, but Even better play by Drake Thomas to stay with the elusive Washington quarterback who's hurt. Jaden Daniels down and in some pain.
Knight remains the back. Jacoby Brissett. Oh, there was the blitz. He was hit. The ball is free. Picked up by Lawrence. Will he take it in? Yes, sir. To the house. Touchdown. With a wrist injury, new middle linebacker today as well. With Ernest Jones out. 3rd down 11. Here comes Knight. Knocked away again. Loose. Here comes Lawrence. Holy smokes. Another touchdown.
He rolls, he's pressured, he's in trouble, heaves it up, oh no! Ernest Jones, house call! He will take it all the way! A game-changing play from Ernest Jones. 84 yards and no flags.
Passing team under Kevin O'Connell, and now it's the complete opposite.
Brosmer lets it rip, too tall and picked off by Kobe Bryant. Wanted Naylor, sailed it to Bryant. 3rd turnover for the Vikings. Another pick for Ernest Jones. Broken up by Job. And then Ernest Jones got his 2nd pick of the day. His 5th of the year. Under 6 to go, 2nd and 5. Vikings looking for the end zone. Instead, it's a 4th interception, and Tariq Woolen has his eyes set on a big return. Breaks a tackle and takes it across the 35. Lost the football. Let's see if it changes hands again.
And what can happen when that offense really hits its stride, like we saw on that last possession.
3rd and 3. Cousins deflected, and Emanwari off the deflection from his chest with the interception.
And I think you just see the game and the preparation differently than others.
Juggled and intercepted. It ends up in the hands of Devin Witherspoon.
Rivers down the middle of the field, and it is intercepted. Deflected and picked off by Kobe Bryant.
73 yards of offense for Carolina today. This is a 3rd and 3. Drives it downfield. Intercepted. The pick made by Love. And Julian Love running down the sideline. And the ball was rolling at the end of the play.
2nd and goal. Down by 10. That ball was tipped, I think, and picked off. Off the hands of McCaffrey and into the arms of Drake Thomas.
Purdy. That's time. A lot of it. There's just nobody open. Now underneath he goes, and that's intercepted! Ernest Jones has his 6th of the year.
Wow. I thought he's hung in there extremely well. Made a lot of accurate throws, doing everything he can to kind of will his team down the field.
In trouble. Sacked. Ball is out. Seattle has it.
This can't happen today.
She's still here. It's 3rd and 5. May's trying to step up. He lost the football. It's free, and Seattle has recovered. Byron Murphy falls on the football.
Woolen on the field is a fumble recovered by Seattle. 1st down.
Derek Hall knocked it out. The game's first turnover belongs to this incredibly talented Seattle defense. 8:50 to go. Trying to step up and shoot one downfield. It's intercepted. Dylan Vines throw in the middle. Julian Love has it. Love 50. Love 40 and out of bounds at the 36-yard line.
They did get a substitution in there.
And they bring a pressure as well. And May